This is what fully covered looks like. This after 2 attempts by the service department. This is the environmental protection warranty that they sell you for over $1,000 in the F&I office. And the worst part, we got it for free, and I still feel ripped off. Today we're going to show you what happened. If you're new to our channel, I'm John.
And I'm Rhonda, and welcome to the RV Watchdog.
We're here to help you get on the road smarter. This story is about a free warranty, faded $100,000 motorhome, and the battle it took to get it fixed. Well, partially fixed. And stick around because Rhonda's going to show you the real math, what that $1,500 add-on actually costs you. So we're in the F&I office. We're just trying to get out, and we've been there for hours. And the F&I manager hits us up with the pitch, the environmental protection warranty. And what he says, the price, somewhere just over $1,000. And I looked at him and I said, no, I knew what it was. I never pay that kind of money for what is, in my opinion, basically a high-priced wax job.
And we went back and forth. We kept refusing.
And then he played his last card. He looks at me, gets real quiet, and says, "You're a veteran, right? You know what? As a thank you for your service, I'm going to put it on for free." And what do? I mean, it's free. So we said, what the hell? Why not? We thought, there's no way that this is going to hurt us, right? We were wrong.
All right, so let's put on our analyst hat. When you're in the F&I office, you're vulnerable, you're excited, you're tired. It's a perfect storm. And they present you with a package. It has a couple of different names, but they're basically the same product. You hear it called the Environmental Protection Warranty or the Paint and Fabric Protection. Now, Camping World might brand it under a Good Sam's plan, but the actual product, the chemical spray they spray on, is almost always from a third party. A common one you'll see is a product called Duratane. And here's the most important part, the cost. The price for this warranty is not fixed. It's 100% negotiable based on countless consumer reports and what we've seen on forums. The price they pitch you can be anywhere from $800 to over $2,000. They'll try to roll it right into your financing so you barely notice it, but you'll pay for it. And that's what gets me. They're adding thousands to a loan you're probably going to be paying off for 15 or 20 years.
So flashback, we're purchasing our Class A from Camping World, and I know what you're already going to say. And look, if you've seen our other video, you know our history. And if you do watch that, please read my tag comments before you even jump to conclusions. So fast forward 2 years. We're living the life. We're enjoying the rig. But I started to notice something. The back cap. It looked chalky. And then I looked at the side. And it's not just the back. It's the driver's side. It's the passenger side. We're not talking about a little spot. We're talking about the entire motorhome fading. It was oxidizing.
It was exactly what the warranty specifically said it would protect against.
My heart just sank because I knew what was coming. I knew I was going to have to make a claim. So in the summer of 2025, I bring it in to Camping World. And what stood out to me immediately was the service desk person. She looked at me. She basically said she had never submitted one of these claims before. That should have been my sign. But I figured, well, we're here and it's free. So I also told her that the couch was peeling. The pleather was just flaking off.
And that was also covered under the fabric protection part of the same warranty.
The service writer calls. She says, okay, the couch claim is denied. They're calling it normal wear and tear. Normal wear and tear? This couch, that it's just the two of us and Jazzy. It was peeling where the sun hits it. I ask, what about the paint? And she says, oh, that's approved. They approved a full re-wax.
Not a repaint, not an oxidation removal, a re-wax.
But at this point, we just want it to look better. So we wait. A few weeks go by. They call and it's ready. So we drive to the dealership. We pull into the service area and I get out of the car and I was shocked. Our words, they're not enough. You have to see this. The motorhome still had dried wax all over it, caked in crevices and faded spots. They were still there. There was no way we were going to accept this. This was an insult. I went back inside and I got the service manager, and you can hear it in the video. I'm explaining the issues. I'm pointing, look here, look at this. At first, you can hear him. He sounds confused, like he doesn't even see what the problem is. But you don't think this fading should have been redone? You don't see the fading.
I can see it, but I don't think it's going to buff out.
But it wasn't like this. When we brought it in, it wasn't this bad. It's the worst.
Let's start at the starting point and figure out how to fix this instead of pointing fingers and.
Well, then let's do that.
That's where I want to know what we have to do with it, and if we got to bring it back into detail of how we buff it, I certainly will have them do it. But running around saying this.
So that is true. And we're just going up and down the rig. And I finally just said, I am not accepting this. This needs to be redone, period. And he said, you're right. I'll have it done all over again. But that's not even the crazy part. I pushed my luck and said, I really feel like you guys are wrong about the couch. That is not normal wear and tear. And he says, we can't get your couch claimed approved, but I'm going to pull a brand new couch out of the showroom, and I'm going to have it installed in your rig. It was a huge win. So 2 weeks later goes by. We go back and pick it up. The new couch, it's beautiful. It's perfect, and we were thrilled. And then we walked outside. And as you can see on the backside, on the rear cap, it was still faded, right in the same spots. I mean, remind you that this was the second time they had supposedly waxed and buffed the entire motorhome.
And at this point, we were just done. We had to leave. We were heading to Texas for the winter. We couldn't fight anymore.
I couldn't let it go. It just bugged me. They said they waxed it twice. They said they buffed it. So when we got to our site, I decided to try something. I grabbed my own buffer and a bottle of Meguiar's One Step. This stuff I trust. And I found one of the worst faded spots they fixed. So as we spoke earlier, this is actually the second time Camping World buffed my camper under the warranty. So, I can't believe that they did it twice and it's still faded like this. And in my opinion, and it's only my opinion, that perhaps it didn't get waxed the second time, they just wiped off the film that was all over it that you've seen in the video. So I'm assuming that they said they wiped it, and then I looked at it and knew that there was no way this was done. So what we're going to do is I actually went to Walmart, bought a basic product, and we're going to see, just using that one product, if we can shine that up. Because if it does, then my suspicion, I think, is correct. But first of all, before we even do that, we need to wash this down, and we'll be right back. You don't need to watch me do that. All right, so as I promised, I went up to Walmart, got Meguiar's Quick Wax, and what's nice, it can be done in the sun, but the surface can't be hot. So I haven't figured out how that works, but it's a product where you can just spray it on, wipe it off. That's basically it. It's pretty simple to use. It does say it's good on all finishes, all coatings, so you don't have to worry about your camper. So what we're going to do is I'm going to wax this door. As you can see, it sucks. And we'll see if we can get this shinier. And if my suspicion with this cheap product works, then, like I said, I'm wondering if they even waxed it the second time. All right, so the first and second video, you actually had seen the old RV park in here. And just using this product, which, first of all, Camping World said they couldn't get out, but I just using this wax, Meguiar's, on here, and look at that. I mean, and this is after Camping World waxed twice, professionally. This took me 5 minutes. There was no way this motorhome was buffed and waxed twice. When I could have buffed it out with wax on my own 5 minutes, and that right there, that's the whole story. So if you get anything from this video, here are the lessons we learned from this. 1, do not get fooled into purchasing the environmental purchase warranty. In our experience, it's absolutely not worth the money.
And 2, the financial cost, this is an aha moment. They'll tell you it's only $15 more on your monthly payment. It sounds like nothing, but I'm the balance sheet half of this team, so I ran the numbers. Let's be generous. Let's say they offer it to you for $1,500. And let's say your RV loan is a 15-year term at a, let's say, interest rate of 8.99. You're paying $2,788.59 for a product that, in our experience, didn't even work. You've paid nearly $1,300 in interest just for the warranty. You're making the F&I office and the bank rich.
And finally, never, ever trust the Camping World Service Department to do a good job just because they say they did. Before you ever pull your rig off that lot, look over every inch of the repair. Whatever you get fixed, open the slides, check the seams, get on the roof if you have to, because once you leave that lot, that's where the real battle begins.
So that's our story. It was frustrating. It was a mess, but we got a new couch out of it and a really important lesson.
But now we have to ask you. We want to hear your story. What's the most wildest, most expensive, most ridiculous add-on an F&I manager has ever tried to sell you? And did you buy it? Let us know your story in the comments below. We read them all.
And as we always do, we've posted a full list of our research sources with links over on our Facebook page, so you can see the data for yourself. We believe in being an open book for those seeking the truth.
And as always, adventure is calling.
And we must go. See you on the road.
If you found this helpful and you want to see us hold the industry accountable, please like this video so we know to make more just like it.
Yes.